Hey, those cinnamon roll donuts that you posted on Instagram look awesome.
Oh, nice. Next time I make them, I'll bring some over to you.
Yeah, do you have a donut pan?
I did it with it's like a muffin-sized souffle pan.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I ended up with it through through like a yard sale or some shit. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, I know what I'm gonna do with that. And
Nice, yeah.
I never got. I actually had planned on doing it at the restaurant, and I was like, this is probably a good time to demo that out.
Yeah. Well, all right. Hello and welcome to Bright Eyes Full Hearts Can't Lose special virtual edition. I am your host on one side of the phone line, Little.
Hey, I'm your other host on the other side of the phone line, Little.
And when we recorded our last episode, right when we went to press time, suddenly Bright Eyes 2020, the hashtag was trending, and we were looking down the barrel of a new Bright Eyes album and a world tour.
Yes.
We're still getting half of that.
Yes. That tour is not going to happen for a long time.
It is not going to happen for a long time. But hey, maybe it'll be more realistic for me to go.
Yeah, I know, right? That's I was thinking the same thing.
I'll save aside a little bit of that stimulus check that we're getting.
So they put out the information of $1,200 a person, $2,400 a couple, or something like that. But that like the same day today, they announced in Canada that they're getting $2,000 a person for 4 months.
Yeah, but isn't that adjusted for Canadian dollars? So we're convened here today to talk about Persona non grata, the first single from the still as yet unknown title new Bright Eyes album.
Yeah, I'm really excited about the fact that we don't know the title of the album,
I'm really excited that it's definitely an album. That was not necessarily confirmed until, today.
Well, yes and no. I mean, they put out you saw that little footage trailer thing, right? That came out.
Yes, which did make it very unlikely that they were recording anything but a full album.
Yeah,
but
when you saw that full orchestra, it was hard to deny,
Yeah, but you never know in this uncertain world.
That's true.
So it's an album. We don't know what it's called, but we know this first song is called Persona non grata, and we got to hear it. I've actually only listened to it twice so far. What about you?
Yeah, same. I've only listened to it twice.
Yeah, you don't want to overdo it.
Well, yeah, and I mean, it. We actually watched it premiere yesterday on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
we were in the middle of a movie and we paused for a minute, and I was like, it was like 12:25, and I was like, I know that song comes out at 12:30, so maybe we should do that. And so we clicked on YouTube, and we even watched the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 thing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great song, and what's very funny about it is that it's like you don't know. You're like, how is this going to be any different from anything else he's done recently? And then all of a sudden you hear it and you're like, oh, this is what that is.
Yeah, it is weird. There is some kind of Bright Eyes je ne sais quoi,
Yeah.
It's not just the quality of the vocals or the music or the time signature or something, but it's maybe somehow all of the above and a little bit more. Certain things make it a Bright Eyes song. But however, one thing about this that is different than any previous Bright Eyes song, which they noted on their Instagram, is that it has bagpipes in it.
It does have bagpipes in it, and the bagpipes are so great in it.
It's a really awesome bagpipe riff, and it made me think that had they been going forward with this world tour, I am sure they would have done it with a huge band, and I'm sure that would have been monstrous live,
Yes, I agree. I actually had a similar thought. Well, nothing like a big, huge orchestration sound out of Bright Eyes, that nothing like just the hook of the song being an instrumentation piece.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Which it is nice, and it's actually true in a way that I don't know that a Bright Eyes song has ever done before. As interesting and as ornate as the musical elements of his songs have been, I don't know that they've ever had that as like a centerpiece, like a recurring musical chorus.
I don't know. I feel like it doesn't seem far off to me from what he does.
There are parallels. Like there's a flute solo in Something Vague.
Yeah,
and,
that might be what I was thinking of just now. But
yeah, and I'm thinking there's another song. I think A Scale, A Mirror, and Those Indifferent Clocks on Favors and Mirrors also has kind of like an instrumental verse.
Yeah.
But it tends to be intros and outros, not like a chorus.
Right.
This actually, what it reminded me of too, was it reminded me of Titus Andronicus. They have quite a few bagpipe riffs.
I get that.
Across their repertoire.
Yeah, I get that.
And it was kind of fun to have it come full circle because Patrick Stickles is definitely a vocalist inspired by Conor Oberst.
Yeah, it's it's a thing that they've never done before, yet it really fits.
Yeah.
And like as far as the instrumentation is concerned, it sounds like a Bright Eyes song, like the bagpipes are not out of place at all.
And lyrically and vocally and everything, it seems to pick up right where the People's Key left off. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
There's obviously a lot of personal material in this song. There's further allusions to like the breakup of a marriage.
Yep.
When he sings like "How Can We Reconcile?"
Yeah.
But then it's also tied into like global and spiritual unrest.
Yeah. That's so true.
There's a chorus about like, now you're asking me that. Or
yes.
asking that of me, or whatever it is. And it's funny, it reminded me of, I would do anything for love, but I won't do that.
Yeah.
And you're like, what's that? What is that?
Yeah.
What won't he do? Like, so like, what is she asking him? What is she asking him to do that he won't do, that he finds to be such an impossible thing for her to ask?
Yeah, well, I think it's the lead up to the end of the chorus, to the end of the song. Like you want me to be true once again, kind of thing. I won't do that.
Yeah.
I really like the lyrics in it, and I like his like wore a kilt like a Celt.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's good
funny.
stuff.
Yeah. He still got it.
Yeah.
I love too that the second verse of the song has some really great low guitar parts happening under it.
Left your innocence there in Tiananmen Square. You were filled with despair, underfed and depressed, vacant lot where a prison stood.
Can you tell who's doing the backing vocals?
No.
I was like, I listened to it twice and I was like, I can't tell if this is Phoebe Bridgers or if it's
I hadn't even
somebody
thought if it was Phoebe Bridgers, huh?
Yeah. It just if it is in fact a song about divorce, the idea that having Phoebe Bridgers do the backing vocals seems maybe a little too mean.
Yeah, you wanna be true to me once again.
We need a new podcast, a new sub podcast,
Okay.
For the greatest songs of all time.
Right. Okay. So welcome to an episode of Goats. Not spelled. I just want to clarify that is not spelled like the extremely not safe for work internet meme. GOATS we're talking about. Greatest of all times.
I don't know what you're referencing, but I feel like I shouldn't know. Is that?
Yeah, you don't want it.
Okay, good.
Go pile, go pile, go pile. Go.
If you put in the mountain goats as the theme to this song, to this podcast, I swear to God, don't do it. Okay?
I think I only have one Mountain Goat song on my computer, and I'm not going to.
Okay, good. So we need the greatest songs of all time podcast, okay? So I was listening today to Maria Taylor, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to throw you for a loop, and I'm not going to say that it's song beneath a song, which is, a great, great song, okay?
Mm-hmm.
My Own Fault.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
You remember that one? But don't you feel sorry? Don't you feel worried? Please don't at all. Oh, man, it's so good.
But don't you feel sorry? Don't you get worried? Please don't at all. Don't you take pity? It's my own fault.
That's it. That's the end of the episode.
All right, great episode of Goats. Great episode of Goats. The only other thing I wanted to say about this new song was just that on their little Instagram note that they posted, they noted that every song on the album sounds very different.
Yes, I noticed that too. Yeah.
Which is very exciting.
Yes, I agree. I thought that was very exciting as well, and I liked that they were like, but this seems like as good a place as any to start.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I think it probably is, because it's like, because of everything that we just said, you know, it really does feel very Bright Eyes-y. Mm-hmm. And if they're doing a lot of exploration on this album and yada yada, you know, like, maybe this is the best place to start because it is going to be the most, like, familiar.
I just wanted to also point out that I feel like this song feels very moment appropriate, you know? It feels very much like a soundtrack for the current moment.
I agree with that.
Which was definitely by accident, but I wonder how much more of that will be true. I wonder if this album will have kind of a Yankee Hotel Foxtrot type situation where it inadvertently predicts the world-shattering event that occurred right before its release.
That makes sense to me, because Conor Oberst has always kind of done that, and it doesn't feel forced by any means. But I think he's just one that like writes about the time kind of thing, and how he's feeling in the times. I feel like a lot of his albums, I'm struggling for the words, but you know, like
I feel like what you're trying to say,
they're good text to relate to life, you know.
I think in a lot of cases, the reason this happens so often, particularly with people we see as good lyricists, is that if you are well attuned to the current moment, then you often end up inadvertently and unknowingly predicting the future.
Yes. Yeah.
Because you can feel what's in the water, maybe more than you even know.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see with the albums that do come out over the next couple of months, which ones feel appropriate and which ones feel out of place.
Yeah.
And I think some artists have chosen to delay their albums and some have chosen not to.
I know.
And I think that the reason that Bright Eyes is going forward with their album and Lady Gaga is not is exactly that reason.
The thing, like, when people holding up their albums, it's like very annoying to me. Like, it's kind of like, wouldn't you win so many more points with your fans by just releasing this stuff now when we need it?
It depends, because it depends on how you're going to use it. I mean, I think that Lady Gaga fans would like to be together with fellow Lady Gaga fans, listening to the song and dancing, and you know, it's like a communal and joyful experience. And a Bright Eyes album is, you know, I mean, there's a reason they're published under the corporation Bedrooms, and Spiders.
Yeah. That's fair.
That's what they're for. They're for bedrooms, and spiders.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. I saw like Willie Nelson was holding up an album, a few others, and it was just like, come on, just put it out. It's dumb.
Yeah. I think some people have good reason. Some people have very good reason to definitely put it out now, and some people are just, I don't know, they're not sure what to do. I think that's the other thing. I think creative people are still figuring out what moves to make and which, you know, they got to know when to hold them and when to fold them.
Oh, wow. Topical reference right there.
R.I.P. Kenny Rogers.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I liked, you know, I like the idea that we have so many, that the artists of the world are now forced to be like, like creating content. so everyone's doing a live show and it's very, I don't know. It's a fun aspect of all of this.
Yes. It's a silver lining.
Yeah, it is. It's a weird world right now.
So, if the purpose of a single is to get you hyped for the new album, scale of 1 to 10, what does Persona Non Grata make you feel?
Oh, I mean, super crazy psyched. I love every Bright Eyes album. They're all amazing. Yeah. You know? I mean, like, there's not a bad Bright Eyes album.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to this one, and yeah, I hope it comes out soon.
Yeah, me too. I'm really hoping that they just kind of pull the trigger on it and release it right away. Do we have a date? We don't, right?
No, but if so far they've been kind of like releasing things every couple weeks, so I imagine that we'd get at least an announcement of the name and the release date relatively soon.
I mean, it's got to be like April sometime because they were starting.
Yeah.
They were starting tour dates like right away.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that the album has to be out for your tour, but I feel like Bright Eyes is one that would, because it's like they're going to want to play those songs. And I guess it doesn't matter if they've heard it yet. But, it's nice when you know the songs.
Yeah, it's nice when you know at least most of them. There's definitely a ratio. There's an appropriate ratio at a live show of new songs to familiar songs. And it's like 90-10.
Well, and that's
it's
true.
It's like the same as ground beef.
Well, and
Okay.